One reason why I'm beginning to enjoy creating content about the UK global talent route is that the conversation don't stop. When I upload a video, there are questions, there are feedback, there are more. Sometimes they continue in my LinkedIn inbox, not necessarily even in the comment where I posted the video. And occasionally someone could share insight that deserve an entire discussion. So that happened recently on LinkedIn, actually. And after I shared my video about the PhD students, what they should be doing, why preparing for the global talent visa, someone by the name Ade, who is a recruiter, and he works with a global talent immigration pathway company. They do international recruits, and he left a comment that really stood out. He said, and I want to read: volume of work matters less when volume of work matters less whether it shows impact beyond your immediate team. A PhD student with 2 or 3 high quality outcomes can score higher than someone with 10 years of solid but internal work. Now, this speaks about you doing a lot, but that a lot is not amounting to so much. It's not amounting to quality. So I began to reflect on that, and if I thought, I would say I read that statement more than twice, for me to fully grasp what he's trying to say there. Yeah, and I could relate to that because that was simply my case. I didn't have volume, but I had quality for some reasons. So I thought that exactly what the conversation we need to have in this particular video, because many people are preparing for global talent visa application. They are planning to apply for their endorsement and all, but they haven't done what they need to do. They are asking questions. How many publications do I need? How many conferences should I attend? How many recommendation letters are enough? But I don't think that's the right place to start. The best question you can start asking is that, what kind of evidence actually demonstrates that I am recognized beyond my immediate environment? That's one thing I would like to explore and dig deeper into today. So before we talk about evidence, I want to clear up a common misunderstanding. When people hear the word visibility, they often think it means becoming famous. No, that's not it. It doesn't mean that. You don't need hundreds and thousands of followers. You don't need to trend on social media. You don't need to appear on national television every week. Visibility simply means that your professional contributions can immediately be discovered. It can be easily assessed and evaluated. And of course, easy to find and recognize. So imagine 2 applicants. One has spent 10 years doing exceptional work inside a single organization. Their manager knows how brilliant they are. Their colleagues know, but very little of their work exists outside those walls. Another applicant has fewer years of experience, but their works has been published, presented, cited, discussed, and in fact, it has been recognized beyond their organization. So the question to you now is, who is stronger? Who has stronger evidence? You know the answer yourself. So that's the difference between being valuable internally and being recognized externally. And for an evidence-based endorsement process like the global talent route, you need external recognitions more than your internal validity or activities. So external recognitions carry significant weight. I say waste. Yeah, external recognition carries significant weight. So the first type of evidence that you should be looking out for is that that can strengthen your application is professional recognition. Have you been recognized professionally in your field? No, this is the evidence that respected organization or recognized professional trust. that they trust your expertise, that you're good at certain things. So you need to include examples of your professional pursuits, your professional endeavor, things that you've been able to achieve over the time. So be aware of that. So examples include being invited to speak at conferences, serving on a panel, serving as judge, holding editorial responsibilities, leading significant projects, receiving awards, being involved in competitions, being appointed to advisory group or professional committees. These opportunities, they rarely happen by accidents. They happen because of track records. So you need to be aware about this. It's very important. So again, I would like to also mention that these are things that you build over the time, and these are things that really matters for your professional portfolio to become more visible. They're usually a result of your hard works, your result of your output. So when assessors see this kind of achievement, they are not simply looking at the title. They are asking, why was this individual selected? Why was he cited? Why his work? Why was he invited to speak? So professional recognition tells stories of trust. So the second type of evidence I would like to talk about here is independent validation. So the second type of evidence is independent validation. This is the evidence that people outside your own organization acknowledge the value of your work. This is evidence that people outside your organization acknowledge the value of your work. So example of this is being quoted by journalists, being interviewed, receiving invitations from external organizations, having respected experts discuss or endorse your work. Then academic citations are very important in this regards to professional reviews, notices of something important, and you are not the one claiming your work is valuable. This is a situation where people have found your work valuable and they've used it, and that is the evidence. That makes the evidence even much more stronger. So independence validation adds credibility because it comes from the outside circles. You understand? Not from your inner cycle, so you have less influence on them. So the third type of evidence again is the third type of evidence is public influence. The third category is public influence. Take note of that. If you are taking notes, please take notes. It's very useful for you to know these things and begin to structure your application to fit into all of these things. So it's the public influence. This is where your ideas begin reaching audience beyond your institution, beyond workplace. It's the vantage point where you are now, having some public facing work, publishing articles, hosting podcasts, speaking on YouTube like this. Exactly. You can see if you're watching this is because, I don't know, think about that. So delivering webinars is another thing. Writing thought leadership pieces, presenting at conferences, giving public lectures. And notice that I didn't say you need millions of you. No, you don't even need thousands of you. You just need to do your thing, and just those that need it will come for it. It doesn't matter the number. Don't be desperate to eat the hundreds. Don't be discouraged or be desperate about that. Influence is not measured by only numbers. They are not measured only by numbers. It is measured by whether your work reaches the people who matter in your profession. Sometimes a presentation to 50 industry leader has more professional value than a video watched by 50,000 people with no connection to your field. Always think about the relevance before reach. And then this takes me to the fourth type of evidence, which is measurable impact. Now we have come to the point where you have to think about how important, how much of ripple effect is your work causing in your field. We have to come to terms, come to believe, come to understand that this is a very important category. So measurable impact is very important, because that is actually a testament that what you have done, what you have been doing is useful, and people are finding it useful, and it is yielding results. So this is where evidence moves beyond activities and it demonstrates results. You can your question here is, can you show that your research influenced policy? Did your journalism sort of idea, your writings, your articles, your public opinion pieces, your talks, has it shaped public debates? Has your training improved professional practice? Did organization adopt your recommendations? Has your research been cited? Has it been shared? Have there been engagement, comments on it? Are people referring it? Have people built upon your work? Has your innovation solved real problem? Now, impact is what transforms good work into recognized contribution. And remember this, impact isn't always immediate. Sometimes it takes months, it takes years. That's why documenting your journey is very important. This is also me documenting how I can make impact on prospective global talents. All right. So the multiple principles of several pieces of evidence will go a long way. Let me share something that has transformed the way I think about professional development. I call it the multiplication principle. Write it down. Multiplication principle. All right. Many people think they need to keep creating more and more work. Instead, I encourage people to extract more value from meaningful work they have already done. Think about it this way. This video is one video, but I can extract several YouTube shots from it and post every single day. Check the short history. You see something like this. Now, let's imagine you've completed one excellent research project. Most people publish the paper and they stop there. But the same project could become a journal publication, a conference presentation, a LinkedIn article explaining the findings, a podcast discussion, a YouTube video, a webinar, a university news story, a media interview, a workshop for practitioners, a policy briefing. The notice what have happened. Just notice it. This is making me think about and recall what happened with my PhD. I have several plans listed, and I'm even yet to start executing them all. I think I'm only still in phase 1 of my execution. Podcast is there, policy training for journalists, for teachers are there. I've got a lot of things on there. Well, the thing is, I'm just waiting for the right funding to be able to do this, so I don't have to use my own money to run this. So you didn't just create 10 different achievements with all of this. You have created one significant contribution and communicated it through multiple channels. That is not exaggeration. That is knowledge mobilization. And knowledge mobilization is becoming increasingly important across academia, in industry, and public engagement. Now, the question I always ask is, whenever I complete a meaningful project, I ask myself one question. If someone search my name 6 times from now, let's say 6 months from now, not 6 times. Yeah, in fact, if you search it 6 times on different devices in different locations, you get different results, but pointing to the same, facts. So if you search my name 6 months from now, what evidence will they find that is the work that I've done that have made a difference? What evidence will they find that this work make a difference? Any work, anything. Now, the question changes everything. I mean, this question, it changes everything. It reminds me that good work deserves good documentation. Not because I'm chasing recognition, but because valuable work should be discoverable. It should be accessible. If nobody can find it, nobody can evaluate it. If nobody can evaluate it, it becomes difficult to demonstrate impact. So, let me leave you with this. Don't build your career around collecting certificates. Don't measure success by how busy you are. Build work that matters. Create values. Solve problems. Serve your profession. Make a difference. Then make that contribution visible in ways that others can independently recognize and verify them. Because ultimately, that's what moves the needle. Yeah, that's what moves the needle. Because the needle won't move if you don't move it. So, and then whatever the needle passes through a particular, or the thread follows through. So the needle is leading. Wake up. Clock it. So, but the evidence that your work has made meaningful difference beyond your immediate team is key. I'd love to hear your thoughts about how this is coming together for you. Because again, let me repeat this statement. I would say, what moves the needle is that your work is accessible, recognizable, and measurable. You can measure the impact. And what work have you done that you're most proud of? What most visible piece of work have you produced so far? Has it been a publication, a conference presentation, a podcast, a project, or perhaps something else? Leave a comment below, because I would love to continue this conversation. It's getting more interesting. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone that you think would need it. You never can tell. Someone that needs it might be just close to you. So share with someone preparing for the UK Global Talent Visa, endorsements, and I'm looking forward to engaging further. Let's build a stronger professional profile. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.